If you feel like you're constantly asking yourself, "Why am I always tired?" Despite doing your best to get a good night's sleep, you're not alone. Approximately 30 to 40% of adults and teens experience some form of exhaustion on a daily basis. In this video, you'll discover 10 reasons why you're always tired. You might be wondering, what's the difference between tiredness and fatigue? We all experience tiredness at times, which can be relieved by sleep and rest. Fatigue is when the tiredness is often overwhelming and isn't relieved by sleep and rest. Here are 10 health conditions known to cause tiredness or fatigue. Chronic fatigue syndrome, also known as myalgic encephalomyelitis or ME, is a complicated disorder marked by extreme fatigue that is not caused by any diagnosed or undiagnosed underlying medical condition. The fatigue worsens with physical or mental activity, but the fatigue doesn't improve with sleep or downtime. This syndrome is marked by severe and disabling fatigue that persists for an average of 6 months but may last much longer. There may be other symptoms, such as muscle or joint pain. The cause of chronic fatigue syndrome is unknown, although there are many theories. There's no single test to confirm a diagnosis of chronic fatigue syndrome. You may require a number of medical tests to eliminate other health problems that have similar symptoms. Treatment for chronic fatigue syndrome focuses on improving symptoms. An underactive thyroid gland occurs when you have too little thyroxine in your body. The thyroid gland is a small butterfly-shaped gland in the neck, just in front of your windpipe. One of the primary functions of the thyroid gland is to produce hormones that help regulate your body's metabolism, which is the process that converts food into energy. These hormones are called triiodothyronine and thyroxine. Many of the body's functions slow down when the thyroid does not produce enough of these hormones. This causes you to feel tired. You're also prone to gain weight, experience aching muscles, and dry skin. It's most common in women and occurs more as you grow older. If you are diagnosed with underactive thyroid, unfortunately, you'll probably require treatment for this condition for the rest of your life. Fortunately, with safe, effective treatment, you should continue to lead a happy, healthy, normal life. If an underactive thyroid is not treated, it can lead to complications, including heart disease, goiter, pregnancy problems, and a life-threatening condition called myxoid coma, although this is very rare. Your doctor can diagnose an underactive thyroid by giving you a simple blood test. One of the foremost medical reasons for always feeling exhausted is iron deficiency anemia. Women with heavy periods and pregnant women are especially prone to anemia. But it can also affect men and postmenopausal women, but the cause is more likely to be problems with the stomach and intestines, like an ulcer or taking non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs. If you are suffering from anemia, you'll often feel like you have no energy, your muscles feel heavy, and you get tired very easily. Vitamin B12 or folate deficiency anemia can also cause tiredness. It's possible to have too much iron, which can also cause tiredness when it's known as iron overload disorder or hemochromatosis. This is a relatively rare inherited condition that affects men and women between the ages of 30 and 60. Sleep apnea is a condition where your throat narrows or closes during sleep and repeatedly interrupts your breathing, causes loud snoring, and can also produce a drop in your oxygen levels. The difficulty in breathing will make you wake up repeatedly throughout the night, and which will result in you feeling exhausted the next day. Sleep apnea is very common in overweight middle-aged men. Drinking alcohol and smoking exacerbate the condition. Celiac disease is a condition where your immune system attacks your own tissues when you eat gluten. This destroys your small intestine, so you are unable to take in nutrients. Celiac disease can cause a range of symptoms, including abdominal pain, diarrhea, bloating, anemia, weight loss, and fatigue. Celiac disease is a lifelong disease. Experts estimate about 2 million people in the United States have celiac disease, and about 1% of people around the world have celiac disease. Your doctor can administer a blood test to check to see if you have celiac disease. The primary form of treatment for celiac disease is a strict gluten-free diet that can help manage symptoms and support intestinal healing. One of the main symptoms of type 1 and type 2 diabetes is feeling very tired. Fatigue is a common symptom of diabetes and is caused by high blood sugar levels and other symptoms and complications of the condition. In a study conducted by the American Diabetes Association, 61% of people newly diagnosed type 2 diabetes report fatigue as a major symptom. The same study found that fatigue is the second most common symptom in this group. Other notable symptoms are being extremely thirsty, peeing excessively, especially at night, and weight loss. 34.2 million Americans have diabetes. 88 million American adults, approximately 1 in 3, have prediabetes. A simple blood test can determine if you have diabetes. Unlike many health conditions, diabetes is managed mostly by you, with support from your healthcare team. You may be able to manage your diabetes with healthy eating and being active, or your doctor may prescribe insulin, other injectable medications, or oral diabetes medicines to help manage your blood sugar and avoid complications. Feeling anxious is sometimes perfectly normal, but some people have constant uncontrollable feelings of anxiety that are so strong they affect their daily life. Doctors call this generalized anxiety disorder. It's a common condition, affecting slightly more women than men. Generalized anxiety disorder has symptoms that are similar to panic disorder, obsessive-compulsive disorder, and other types of anxiety, but they're all different conditions. Living with generalized anxiety disorder can be a long-term challenge. Inability to relax, feeling restless, and feeling keyed up or on edge are just a few of the symptoms that might have you feeling worn out on a regular basis. In many cases, it occurs along with other anxiety or mood disorders. In most cases, generalized anxiety disorder improves with psychotherapy or medications. Making lifestyle changes, learning coping skills, and using relaxation techniques also can help. Major depressive disorder is a common and serious medical illness, marked by persistently depressed mood or loss of interest in activities, causing significant limitations in daily life. Possible causes include a combination of biological, psychological, and social sources of distress. Increasingly, research suggests these factors may cause changes in brain function, including altered activity of certain neural circuits in the brain. The persistent feeling of sadness or loss of interest that is associated with major depression can lead to a range of behavioral and physical symptoms. These may include changes in sleep, appetite, energy level, concentration, daily behavior, or self-esteem. Depression can also be associated with thoughts of suicide. The mainstay of treatment is usually medication, talk therapy, or a combination of the two. Increasingly, research suggests these treatments may normalize brain changes associated with depression. Restless leg syndrome is when you get an overwhelming desire to move your leg. People typically describe RLS symptoms as abnormal, unpleasant sensations in their legs or feet. They usually happen on both sides of the body. Less commonly, the sensations affect the arms. You might also have an unpleasant crawling sensation or a deep ache in your legs, or your legs might jerk spontaneously through the nights, which can keep you awake at night. Regardless of your symptoms, your sleep is disturbed, so you'll feel exhausted throughout the day. Glandular fever, often called mono, or the kissing disease, is an infection with the Epstein-Barr virus. Mono is transmitted by saliva. Treatment involves rest fluids and over-the-counter pain and fever-reducing medicines to ease symptoms. Glandular fever is a common viral infection that causes fatigue, along with fever, sore throat, and swollen glands. Most cases develop in teenagers and young adults. Symptoms usually subside within 4 to 6 weeks, but the fatigue can persist for many more months.
Like, comment, subscribe.